Hi everybody, Lorraine here. I'm going to experiment with a little bit thinner paint today, see if I can get some better cells than I've gotten in the past. For some reason, even with the silicone, my cells aren't nice and round and big. So I'm going to do this without any silicone and just use the different densities of paint. So what I have here is it's a Deco Art berry. And I believe that this is an opaque paint. The Deco Art doesn't tell you. And then I have Master's Touch paints. This is, I've got these mixed up. This is the light magenta, semi-transparent, ultramarine, which is a transparent, purple red, which is a semi, and this is a mixture between a Naples yellow, which is a transparent, and the Artist Loft Flow Acrylic primary yellow. So I'm going to guess that this is a semi-transparent. I have white on my background, and I'm going to do a single layer on these. Sorry, I wasn't in frame. I'm going to start out with my darkest color, the berry. Let it run out of here. And I have thinned these down a little bit so that when I lift the paint out with the stick, it is just hitting the surface and sinking immediately. It's not super thin, it's not running down, it's just going right into the pile of paint. And then I'm going to go with my light magenta, dip that in. My ultramarine. Purple red. And then my combination yellow. And the primary yellow is just so intense. I wanted to bring this down a little bit with the Naples yellow. Okay. And this around. I'm going to move this back down so it's in frame. And I'm just going to do a puddle pour with this cup right in the middle. Looks like all yellow's coming out first. Oh, that's cool. The ultramarine and the yellow look really fantastic next to each other. Kind of holding this up high. I'm hoping that that's going to help bring some of the cells out. Oh, I hope I don't have clumps in there. I'm waiting for that berry to come through, and that berry's kind of a metallic. There it is. So pretty. That up out of there. Let this sit for a second or two and see if anything happens without touching it. There are some air bubbles in there. Not seeing any cells pop up yet. I don't know if I said it or not, but I did put a white base on here on my canvas just so that the colors that I poured in can flow across the canvas. I'm seeing a slight tilt here. I think I'm going to prop this up a little bit. Where are my push pins? There we go. Not a big tilt, just a little bit. This is one of those folding tables, so I think it might be a little higher in the center. My theory isn't doing anything yet. Looking for cells. Let's pop some of the air bubbles and see if something shows through here. I'm not seeing much yet. I was hoping the different densities of the paint would bring up some cells, but they're all really small right now. It looks like they came from the air bubbles. So, this little bit of a tilt. Stretch out some of the lines in it. Try and get it down to the corners a bit. Don't want to move it too fast either. These colors are very pretty together. Bring it down to this corner a little bit. And I'm going to zoom my camera out a little bit because when I lift this, I'm lifting it out of your frame. Sorry. Get back a little bit. Just going to let it run off that corner and bring it back. I see some cells forming now. Bring it down to this corner. Bring it back. down here. I feel like I'm narrating what I'm doing. That's okay. If anybody wants to learn from what I'm doing, then they know. And up like that to that corner. Oh, I kind of like that. Center's kind of up in this area here. It's pretty cool looking. Should have put some gloves on for that one. A little bit left in here. Maybe I can get it to run down. That's fine. Okay. I see a lot of air bubbles. So I'm going to torch it again. Bring some of those air bubbles up out of there. Okay. Got an interesting bubble right there. It almost looks like there's water in it. Let's see if this wants to move a little bit. I like it. I see there's a lot of glare happening here, probably from the light above me. Maybe if I stand up and block it, you guys can get a better view. So it didn't do what I expected it to do, so that was a fail experiment. Paint was a little bit thinner. Maybe I'll try this again with some silicone in it and see what happens. To see if the silicone works a little bit better with that thinner paint and the different opacities and weight of the paint. But I like it. It's very pretty. Let me bring the camera down so that you can see it a little closer. Okay. So, I'm trying to hold my camera very steady. Trying to figure out which light is shining really bright on us here. Move that out of the way a little bit. Bring in closer. See that yellow? How it just kind of peeking through. Made some really pretty lines. Happy with that. There's some tiny little yellow cells there. The center, it kind of looks like a rose if you look at it from the center. And there we are. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks for visiting. Bye.